everybody, welcome to All Fat and Fasting. I'm Krista, and usually my sister Lori is here with me, but I'm doing this wrap up on my own again this week because she is still traveling. We are old, we are fat, and we are fasting, and we both fast for weight loss and for health. This video is our weekly wrap up where we share our weekly weigh-in with you, as well as our food diaries and anything else that went on for the week that we want to share with you. So let's jump in. I don't have an update on Lori's weight for this week because she is traveling, but I do have mine. So last Friday, I was at 183, and my goal was to get to 179. I've been battling getting out of the 180s for a little while, so I was hoping to get below 180 this week. Below 180. I almost did. I'm at 180.4 this week, so almost got there. That makes a loss of 2.6 pounds for the week, which is fine. I shoot for an average of 2.5 pounds. So 2.6 pounds is fine for a week. But if you go back and look at 4 weeks ago, I was at 185 then, which means I'm down just 4.6 pounds in the last 4 weeks, which is an average of just 1.1 pounds a week, which I am not happy with. So I'm hoping to kickstart that this week. 3 weeks ago, I was at 184.8. So to get down to my average of 2.5 pounds a week, that means I would need to be at 174.8 a week from today. That would be a loss of 5.6 pounds for the week. And that sounds like a lot of weight. And it is a lot. But I do think it's doable because, like I said, I've been battling the 180s for, I'm not sure, but I think about 3 weeks now. So, and this happens from time to time with anything you do to try to lose weight. You hit those spots now and then where you just can't get below a certain point. And so that's what's going on with me right now. When I hit those times when I'm fasting, there's 2 things that usually help me break past whatever that point is. One is increasing my water intake. I know I haven't been getting enough water for at least a week. So I'm going to start tracking my water again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot for 64 ounces of water a day, plus something that Dr. Fung recommends, and I've had other doctors tell me, is for every cup of coffee that you drink 2 glasses of water. So I'm going to track that this week and make sure that I'm getting that much water every day. The second thing that usually helps me when I'm fasting and hit that tough spot is to not necessarily fast on a schedule, but instead fast according to my hunger. So what that means is it's Friday. I usually give myself a little leeway on Friday and probably Saturday morning. I let myself have something I might not usually have. Okay, but then after probably breakfast in the morning, I'll start fasting, and I'll fast until I'm hungry. At least 24 hours, but until I'm hungry. And I would say also, I probably won't go longer than 72 hours. That's kind of what I'm comfortable with at this point. So whenever I get hungry, between 24 and 72 hours, or at 72 hours, I'll break my fast. So basically just listen to my hunger, listen to my body. So that's what I'm going to do this week. And the goal for next week will be 174.8. I have a feeling the water's going to do a lot. So we'll see how it is next week. I also don't have a food diary for Lori this week because of her traveling, but I do have mine. So last Friday, I had planned to fast from lunch on Friday until Sunday morning, but I broke it early and I don't regret it at all. I broke it Friday night because last Friday night, my 21-year-old son actually stayed home and he made dinner and we watched a series on Netflix appropriate for October, Halloween month, called Midnight Mass. We watched the first 2 episodes that night, I think, and we finished it this week. Good series, by the way. If you're into creepy, scary horror movies, series, whatever, for October. So read up on it, and I recommend it. Anyway, he made chicken tikka masala, one of his very favorite things, and it was so good. If you're not familiar with it, it's an Indian dish. I forgot to take a picture of the one that he made, but this is a picture of one that I found online. It's really good. I'll also find a recipe for it so you can see what all's in it. So I did have that Friday night. Chicken tikka masala is served over rice, and that's what we had it with Friday night. So it was lots of carbs, of course, but my weight didn't go up the next morning. So that was awesome. But because it is so many carbs and because I might not be so lucky next time I'll make it with cauliflower rice. I'll put mine over cauliflower rice. I used to always you can get frozen cauliflower rice, and I used to keep that in my freezer all the time, and I've stopped doing that. I'm going to start doing that again because it's just useful for so many things, including chicken tikka masala. Then Saturday I fasted. Sunday I broke my fast Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. I had a couple of scrambled eggs with cheddar cheese, a couple of Trader Joe's chicken breakfast sausage links, a serving of Trader Joe's frozen spiralized zucchini with about a tablespoon of Trader Joe's organic marinara sauce and a little bit of shredded Parmesan cheese, and a really small slice, like I said, sometimes on the weekend I treat myself in the mornings, of raspberry vanilla bundt cake that my son and his girlfriend bought at the grocery store. I'm sure those little indulgences aren't helping the rate of my weight loss either. So I'm going to not do any of those this week. A little tip for the spiralized zucchini. This zucchini was frozen. The spiralized zucchini was frozen, and the instructions for cooking it were to put it in a skillet, turn it on medium heat, cover it, and let it cook. I think it was 7 to 9 minutes. So because it was frozen, when it cooked, it released lots of water. And this is the first time I've done frozen zucchini. But a problem I've had with spiralized zucchini in the past also is water. So, I don't want soggy zucchini noodles. So what I did though was, while it was still in the pan, I took, I think, 2 paper towels, 2 full-size paper towels, and just pressed it down onto the zucchini to soak up some of the water. I did that twice. And then when I took it out, I did it again. So a total of 3 times I soaked water out of the zucchini, and it was fine. So if you do spiralized zucchini, or if you make any other if you do frozen spiralized zucchini, or if you do any kind of zucchini and you have that issue with too much water in it, try just soaking up the water with some paper towels. Oh, I also think that I cooked it a little longer to kind of cook out any water that was still in there. So it worked fine. Monday morning, about 10 o'clock, I broke my fast again. And that morning I had a cup of Trader Joe's kettle cooked chicken soup, a 1/4 cup of Trader Joe's egg salad, 4 Parmesan crisps, and 3 slices of turkey bacon. I didn't realize I had bought turkey bacon until I went to cook it that morning. That's not what I intended to get. It was good, but not as good to me as just pork bacon. So I'll probably just get pork bacon next time. I also, when I took pictures of this meal, I also included pictures of the supplements that I took. I try to take these supplements each time I break my fast. I don't always remember though, which is fine. But what I try to remember to take is a couple of fish oil tablets, and then some vitamin B drops and a drop of vitamin D in my water. So that's the orange water. The vitamin B drops are orange. And then there's a drop of vitamin D in there. I also did not finish actually the egg salad. I was so full after I ate everything else. So I just had a bite or two, I guess, and I was so full. So I just put that back in the fridge and decided to have it another day. So Tuesday I fasted, and then I did have the egg salad the other day. Another day, I had it on Wednesday. So Wednesday I had the exact same thing I had Monday. I had the turkey bacon, the rest of the egg salads, and some Parmesan crisp, and some of the chicken soup. And then Thursday I fasted. Today I also wanted to talk about a couple of things not related to eating that I started doing this week. Lori and I, we say at the beginning of each video that we fast for weight loss and for health. We are both over the age of 50. One of the reasons that we started this channel was because we watched lots of videos about fasting, but none of them were by women who needed to lose a lot of weight. We both had, I think, about 80 pounds to lose when we started. None of them had a lot of weight to lose and were over 50 and were female. So one reason we started this channel was for women like us who were looking for fasting information by people they could relate to. So because we're 50, one of the reasons we thought this channel was important is there's unique health issues, health concerns that we face that we didn't really see addressed by these other videos we were watching about fasting. So as we get older, and I was going to say definitely by the time we're in our 50s, I guess some people don't have this issue when they're in their 50s, but I think most have some level of chronic pain that they're dealing with. And I certainly do, and Lori does. So one of the things that we both try to work on is doing whatever we can to minimize that pain. Fasting is absolutely a great step for that. I still do have chronic pain, but it's not anything like it used to be. It used to hurt just to stand up. My hips would kill me just to stand up. That is gone. Okay. And I would say I don't have it to the level as frequently now as I did before I started fasting. Fasting has definitely helped, but it doesn't completely get rid of it because some of the pain has accumulated over years and it's not going to just disappear. Fasting will continue to help the inflammation that's contributing to that pain, but there are other things that we can do to help as well. So 2 things that I experience pain on a regular basis with are my neck and my hips. My neck is fairly easy to minimize, to fix, if I just do the things I know I need to do. One of which is not be on my phone a lot. I can tell such a difference on the days that I'm on my phone a lot. So I'll really try not to do that. And this week I am going to keep track of how much time I'm spending on my phone. I don't know if your phone does, but my phone, and I have an Apple phone, tells you how much time you spent on your phone in the past week. I think it does it every Sunday. So, and it's in your settings. I'll put a link to an article that will tell you where to find that information. So I'm going to look at the report on how much time I spent on my phone this week when I get it Sunday, and I'm going to reduce it this week. The other thing is I do have some arthritis in my neck. So, but there are exercises that the chiropractor gave me for my neck. And if I do those on a regular basis and stay off my phone, 9 times out of 10, it's much better. Now, if it gets especially bad, there is a yoga video that I use, and there'll be a link at the bottom of this episode to that video that also works wonders for my neck. Now, as far as my hips and my back pain that I have, fasting is another reason that I fast, to lose weight, because by losing weight, it will help my back. And I also think of losing weight as a way to help my health, because being overweight, being obese makes your risk of so many things so much higher. And it definitely contributes to chronic pain because it just puts more stress on your joints, puts more stress on your body, puts more stress just on everything, on your organs. So losing weight will help my hip and my back pain, definitely. But the hip pain also is because of a habit that I have had since I started working, which is sitting for long periods of time. And something that has developed over that many years doesn't just go away even in a month or two. Okay, it can take several months. Weight loss will help. But it's also just because of you've shortened some of those muscles in there, and it takes time to loosen them up and to open them back up, which will all help your pain level. So I also have started back with some yoga this week that helps that. I'll put links to that below also. There are a total of 5 yoga videos that I really like, that I'm trying to do all of them every day. Most days I don't get them all done. There is one, I believe it's called Morning Yoga for Stiff Bodies. I would say at least 6 days a week, I get at least that one done. Because a lot of times morning is my most painful time because my muscles have tightened up while I'm asleep. And this video really helps to stretch everything back out, get things moving again, loosen things up. Then the next one, and I really love this one. I love this one also because it's just music. There's the person doing the yoga. She doesn't talk at all, which I love. She demonstrates the move, and she demonstrates it for a few seconds so you can see what you have to do, and music's playing during that, and then you just do what she did for a certain amount of time. And then there's a sound when it's time to move to the next exercise, in case a lot of people like to close their eyes while they're doing yoga. I do that too. It's just relaxing. So I really like that one. I really try to do that every morning too. And then the third one, which I almost always get the first and second one done. I don't always take time to do the third one. It just depends on what my morning's like, how late I slept. But it's just a 6-minute yoga routine for your hips. And I love it. This one is from a channel called Yoga by Adriene, and I would honestly recommend anything on that channel. I've used her videos for years, literally years, and I love them all. So those are the 3 I try to do in the morning. And then I found one that's for sciatica. And then there's another one I do several times a week that's for your upper back. which tends to be where I have problems because you know, I type a lot through the day, or I lean into my computer, or other horrible habits that I'm trying to break. So those are 5 videos that I try to do. I try to do at least the first 2 every morning. And I would say most mornings I get that done. Another thing I started this week is I downloaded an app called Mighty Health, and I'm doing a free week of their premium version. Mighty Health it's similar to a lot of other apps in that it's about learning how to eat healthy, giving you exercises, teaching you some things about nutrition, things like that. I've tried many of those, yes. What's different about Mighty Health is it's targeted to people over 50. Like I said, people over 50, we have unique concerns, we have unique limitations, and none of the other ones I've ever tried target those concerns. This one does. So when I think about growing older, I tell people it's not growing older that I mind, because I have more life experience, and I know a few more things. I think I do, at least. And in a lot of ways, my life has never been better. What I'm not crazy about is aging. So one of the things that I am concerned about when I think about what is my life going to be like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, God willing, 30 years from now, is I do want to live that long. I want to live till I'm 100 or more, but I don't want every step to hurt, right? And I want to be able to enjoy life. I want a long life that I enjoy. So I think about things like I want to reduce chronic pain. I want to, I want to be fit as far as cardio. I don't want to be winded, you know, just by walking around the grocery store or whatever. Mobility, basically. So, and I want to be as strong as I can be when I'm older. So the first thing I signed up for on the Mighty Health app is a strength training class. Now, I have tried other strength training classes. I've tried other videos I have found on YouTube. I have tried strength training in various fitness apps, weight loss, health apps, whatever. But the one I found on Mighty Health that I'm doing right now is done completely seated. I haven't ever seen that in any other app. Not only is it completely seated, it's very, very basic, and it addresses certain things that you may have issues when you're over 50. So I don't know if you can relate to this, but one thing that I have issues with is the strength in my hands. I don't drop things or anything like that, but like the other day, I was trying to open the dishwasher detergent, and you're supposed to squeeze the top and then turn it. I couldn't squeeze it tight enough to get it to turn, right? Little daily things like that. And some of the exercises that we did in the strength training class this morning was to strengthen your hands. So I'm really liking it so far. We'll see if that continues. And I also just yesterday signed up for a class I'm going to start tomorrow that I hope I like just as much, which is the most basic cardio class they have. I have never found a cardio class that is, what's the word I'm looking for? As undemanding as I need it to be. I mean, I know in cardio, you're going to get your heartbeat up. That's supposed to happen. That's the point. But most cardio classes I've ever tried, I can't keep up, or I can't move the way they want me to move, or something. So I'm hoping that this cardio class is going to be just as good as a strength training class. I'll let you know how that goes. When I was preparing for this video, I started trying to think about other things that as we age, we get concerned with, that we may be able to do things to prevent happening. One thing is balance. At this point, I don't have any trouble with balance, except when I go downstairs. That first step or two, I'm very hesitant, but then I'm fine. It's very common for us to be more challenged by balance as we get older. It's very common for the elderly to fall because they lose their balance. So balance is something that I have worked on off and on for the last few years, and I want to do that more. I really think that some of the things I do in the cardio class will probably address that, but we'll see. Anyway, in the interest of helping anybody who might be watching this who is having trouble with balance or wants to do things to head off any problems with balance, I'm going to put a link to another video that I found below here that shows you 10 different things that you can do to help your balance. And it starts at the most basic exercise you can do if you really are balance challenged, and it gets like increasingly more difficult. It's by a couple of physical therapists named Bob and Brad, I think. I've watched several of their videos for different things that I've had challenges with over the years, and I really like them. They try to be funny. They're very informal, and they just show you exercises for a lot of different things that they see people come into their office for. So I'll put a link to that below. And I'm going to keep looking for things that might help you all with any of the challenges that you face as you get older. And before we wrap it up today, I just wanted to share something with you that I saw on social media, and it was this quote: "Discipline is the strongest form of self-love. It is ignoring current pleasures for bigger rewards to come." I read that and it just really struck a chord with me for some reason. It made me think of two things from my childhood. One is when we were in school, and you get up some mornings, you don't feel so good. So we tell Dad, "I don't feel really good today. Can I stay home from school?" And I would say 99% of the time, his response was, "Go take a shower, get dressed, get ready to go, see how you feel then." And 99% of the time, we felt better, right? Some of us, I think we all do have those mornings we just wake up and don't feel great. But if you make yourself get going, you feel better. The other thing it made me think of is when I was a teenager, and I was very active in church. There was one Sunday, though, that I had to make myself go to church. I really did not want to go. I don't remember why, but I really didn't want to go. And I shared with my youth pastor that morning, I really didn't want to come to church this morning. And he said that a lot of times, those days that you really don't want to go to church are the days you really need to go to church. And whether you're a churchgoer or not, I think that advice applies to so many things in life. Sometimes the days that we really don't want to make our healthy breakfast, or keep fasting, or take our walk, or for me, some days it's put on makeup in the morning, are the days that we really need to. And if we make ourselves do it, just like Dad made us take a shower, get ready to go. If we make ourselves do it, we find that we actually do feel better. And I can say this also. Yes, there are mornings where I'm like, I'm just going to sit on the couch and drink my cup of coffee and watch something on TV, and I'll just skip the yoga today. If I make myself do it anyway, even though I don't feel like it, it has never had a negative result, right? I never feel worse because I did my yoga, even though I didn't feel like it. It has never had anything but a positive effect. So just a little encouragement. Fasting isn't easy, especially in the beginning. It really, really does get easier the more you do it. But if you're new, it's not easy. There will be days where you just want to eat whatever you want and whenever you want. But discipline, practice your discipline. Give up that momentary pleasure for the rewards that you know you're going to get from doing it. It will be worth it. That will wrap up this week's wrap up. Thank you for watching. I think Lori will be back next Friday. We will have a new video coming out Monday or Tuesday next week, so watch for that. We'll see you later. Happy fasting. Bye.